Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we take your stack of sources, extract the crucial insights, and turn complexity into clarity.
And today we have a fascinating one. We're looking at a vehicle that's, well, it's born from a genuinely surprising marriage.
It really is. We are deep diving into the Chery iCAR V23.
And this isn't just another electric SUV. You're looking at a partnership between a massive, traditional automaker, Chery, and a company known for smart home appliances, Zhimi technology.
Which is part of that huge Xiaomi tech ecosystem. So this is the appliance maker meets the off-roader.
Exactly. And it's setting a whole new benchmark for how software and hardware can intersect in a vehicle.
That collaboration alone tells you we're dealing with something different. So our mission today is pretty clear. The sources you shared detail the strategy, the specs, the tech, everything behind this vehicle.
Right. It debuted in China back in April 2024, and the full market launch is slated for the second half of this year.
So we need to understand how this partnership actually works. What makes the V23 unique in this growing entry-level electric off-road space?
And really get into the weeds on the tech choices. I
Yeah.
mean, we're positioning this as a compact SUV for younger buyers, and it has to blend real ruggedness with, the absolute latest in connectivity.
Okay, let's start right there. At the core, the collaboration. Because this is not just a co-branding deal where they slap a logo on. So why should we really care about this specific model?
You should care, because this partnership model, it really shows a fundamental shift in influence. Zhimi Technology, they were founded back in 2014 making smart appliances. They define the whole concept.
So they're the brains of the operation, so to speak.
They are. They handle the high-level product definition, the planning, the engineering vision. They're setting the vehicle's DNA and the user experience right from the very beginning.
So it's being designed more like a giant connected smart device,
Yep.
not like a traditional car where you just bolt the tech on at the end.
Precisely.
But, historically, when tech companies try to lead on cars, the automotive basics, safety, durability, that sort of thing, can sometimes take a backseat. What reassurance do we have that Chery's role is more than just a rubber stamp here?
That's where Chery's expertise is just indispensable. They handle all the heavy lifting of the core auto business,
The manufacturing?
the actual manufacturing, the entire supply chain, sales, delivery, and this is critical, the long-term after-sales service.
Got it.
The sources really highlight this. It's a true leveraging of strengths. Zhimi brings the intelligence, the user experience vision, and Chery brings the production muscle and the reliability backbone.
That makes perfect sense. It's a strategic hedge for Chery. They get that speed of design and the smarts of the Xiaomi ecosystem. And this isn't just a one-off experiment, is it?
No, absolutely not. The sources are clear. This is a long-term blueprint. They're planning to launch a total of 6 to 8 new vehicles over the next 3 years. This is their strategy.
Wow.
Software and smart device expertise are now defining the products from the ground up, not just enhancing it.
And this is where that smart device DNA has this beautiful clash with traditional ruggedness. The design of the V23, it just bucks the current trend of those hyper-aerodynamic, super sleek EVs.
Oh, completely. It's an intentionally practical, square box shape. It has very clear retro elements, like those big, chunky, round headlights and the thick bumpers.
It's a deliberate look.
It's a very deliberate, tactical aesthetic choice. It's calibrated for young, urban consumers who want that tough look for the city, but also something that actually works for a weekend trip.
But is it just a look? Give us the numbers that prove this is more than just a mall crawler trying to look tough.
Okay, it has genuine off-road geometry baked right in. The all-wheel drive version has a minimum ground clearance of up to 212 millimeters.
Which is solid. That's competitive with some proper SUVs.
It is. But what's more telling are the approach and departure angles. The sources say it has an approach angle of up to 43 degrees and a departure angle of up to 41 degrees.
Wow, those are extreme angles.
They're huge, and it's all thanks to those ultra-short front and rear overhangs. It just shows the engineering was focused on real capability, not just styling. They clearly prioritize geometry over drag coefficient, which is a big statement in the EV world.
Exactly. And the thing that really screams appliance maker to me is the modularity. I love this idea of the Lego-like accessories.
Yes. It turns the whole vehicle into a customizable platform. It's designed to be adaptable, personal.
Yeah.
You've got removable roofs, external roof racks, camping kits.
It's a whole ecosystem.
It is. And there's some really clever physical features, too, like the door handles are hidden and illuminated.
Yeah.
And there's an external storage box on the back. The sources call it a small school bag.
I saw that.
But what's so clever is that it actually connects to the interior. so you can grab stuff from it without getting out in the rain.
Smart, very practical.
And inside, they kept physical rotary knobs for key functions, right below that massive screen. There's a really thoughtful blend of digital and tactile.
Okay, so let's move from the chassis to what's powering it. The powertrain strategy is fascinating because it's so tailored. It feels like they're giving customers a real choice between performance and everyday efficiency.
They absolutely are. There are two distinct philosophies here. The baseline is a rear-wheel drive model. That one's all about efficiency for, your daily commute. It uses a single 100 kilowatt motor.
And for those who want that rugged capability and, well, the speed?
That's the all-wheel drive super variant. It uses dual motors for better traction and performance, pushing out a total of 155 kilowatts power and 292 newton meters of torque.
Which translates to what in the real world?
It translates to a 0 to 100 kilometer per hour time of just 4.5 seconds.
That is punchy for a boxy EV in this segment.
Very punchy.
Okay, now here's a key technical detail that I think speaks volumes about how they're balancing cost and capability. The battery chemistry. It's not one size fits all.
No, and this is really smart. CATL supplies the packs, but they're using two different chemistries depending on the trim.
Which is pretty rare at an entry-level price point.
It is. It's a strategic split. For the RWD models, they use lithium iron phosphate or LFP batteries. Capacities go up to about 60 kilowatt hours.
And LFP is the smart, durable, and economical choice.
Exactly. It's safer, it's cheaper per kilowatt hour, and it has a really long life cycle. It's the practical option.
Then what kind of range are we talking about with those LFP packs?
The sources cite a CLTC range of 301 to 401 kilometers. Now, for your benefit, CLTC is the Chinese standard. It tends to be a bit optimistic compared to, say, EPA or WLTP figures. So you can expect solid, but maybe slightly shorter real-world ranges.
Understood. But if you want that high-performance AWD model, you're getting a totally different chemistry.
Yep, you switch to a ternary lithium battery. That's exclusively for the top-tier 81.76 kilowatts AWD model.
Why the switch?
Energy density. Ternary offers superior energy density, which you need to supply the power for that quick acceleration and at the same time deliver the longest CLTC range of 501 kilometers.
So there's a trade-off. It's higher cost and maybe a little less durable than LFP in the long run, but you get maximum performance.
That's the deal. It's tailored engineering. Choose LFP if you plan to keep the car for a decade and value durability. Choose ternary if you want range and weekend speed.
And charging is consistent across the board.
Yes. All models support fast charging. They can go from 30% to 80% in about 30 minutes. That half-hour charge time is a standard feature.
Okay, so let's move inside because this is where that Zhimi software expertise just explodes. The cockpit is seriously advanced. Let's talk about the hardware.
The foundation is pure speed. The whole infotainment system runs on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8155 chip.
Which is pretty much the gold standard for in-car computing right now. It means no lag.
Zero lag. And the centerpiece is this huge 15.4-inch central touchscreen, 2.5K resolution. But here's the real aha moment that just validates this whole collaboration.
I think I know what you're going to say.
The screen's 3D human-machine interface, the HMI, it's based on the Unreal Engine.
The gaming engine, developed by Epic Games. That's incredible. Traditional automakers use these slow, proprietary software stacks.
Exactly. Using a gaming engine like Unreal means they get a level of graphics, fluid motion, and rapid development that just bypasses all those legacy systems. It's more like updating a smartphone app than car software.
It really is a giant smart device on wheels. And the connectivity is there to match, right? 5G, Wi-Fi, hotspots.
And crucial over-the-air or OTA update capability, yes. And that digital intelligence flows right into the driver assistance. They call the L2 Plus system an expert co-pilot.
And what's the hardware powering that?
The architecture is the Horizon J3 Plus TDA4 solution, and it's fed by a massive sensor array.
Let's put that into context. What are we talking about sensor-wise?
We're talking 5 millimeter wave radars, 12 ultrasonic radars, and 5 cameras.
So 22 sensors in total.
22, which for a compact SUV that's positioned as entry-level, well, they are definitely over-indexing on hardware.
So they're future-proofing it for more advanced updates down the line.
That's what it looks like. And it enables some really sophisticated L2 Plus functions right now. Full-speed adaptive cruise control for stop-and-go traffic, lane keeping assist.
And what about the tricky stuff? Parking in the city or navigating a trail?
It excels there. You've got automatic, memory, and remote control parking. And for off-roading, you get the 360-degree panoramic view, plus the amazing transparent chassis.
The 540-degree view, that's where you can basically see through the floor of the car.
Exactly, so you know exactly where your tires are on rough terrain. It's a fantastic feature.
So if we tie all this together, the iCAR V23 really feels like a prime example of how the definition of an automaker is just fundamentally shifting.
I think so. It successfully marries that old-school rugged functionality, that 212-millimeter clearance, with pure digital power, like the 8155 chip running an Unreal Engine HMI.
And it delivers strategic choice on a single platform. You, the buyer, can perfectly tailor what you want. Speed and range with the AWD ternary model.
Or durability and cost efficiency with the RWD LFP option. It proves that the digital experience can define a vehicle without sacrificing that practical, useful side.
Which raises an important question for you to think about. As tech companies take more of a lead in defining what a vehicle is, prioritizing user experience and digital smarts, will this retro, rugged, boxy look, this return to function over pure aero efficiency become the new normal for non-luxury EVs?
It's something to watch very closely, especially as those other 6 to 8 new vehicles roll out from this partnership. It's compelling to see these distinct industries merge so successfully.
It really is. We really appreciate you sharing your sources and letting us dive deep into this fascinating intersection of smart appliances and electric vehicles. We hope this was an interesting and compelling exploration for you. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you next time.